A group of friends, Mark, Jenny, Alex, and Lisa, decided to spend their summer vacation on a camping trip. They picked a secluded area deep in the woods, far from the noise of the city. The spot seemed perfect, surrounded by towering trees, a crystal-clear lake, and a peaceful atmosphere. It was exactly what they needed to relax and unwind. The first day was filled with laughter and fun. They set up their tents, cooked over an open fire, and told stories under the stars. But as night fell, an eerie feeling settled over the camp. The wind seemed to whisper through the trees, and the darkness felt thicker than usual. The next morning, Mark woke up early to fetch some water from the lake. As he walked through the woods, he stumbled upon a disturbing sight, a deer, lying lifeless on the ground, its body torn apart by some unknown force. He quickly returned to camp, pale and shaken. "Guys, you need to see this," Mark said, his voice trembling. The others followed him to the spot, and their excitement turned to fear. Alex tried to brush it off. Maybe it was a wild animal, he suggested, though he didn't sound convinced. They decided to stay close to the camp that day, their cheerful mood replaced by unease. That night, they heard strange noises, branches snapping, heavy footsteps, and distant howls. Sleep was impossible, as every sound made them jump. By the third day, the tension was unbearable. As they packed up their gear to leave, they found another dead animal, a rabbit, this time, mutilated in the same gruesome way. Panic set in, and they hurried to get out of the woods. But just as they started hiking back, they realized they weren't alone. Shadows moved between the trees, and every now and then, they caught glimpses of a figure in the distance, always too far away to identify. Lisa was the first to say it. "Someone's following us." They quickened their pace, hearts pounding, but the figure kept closing in. Eventually, they reached a clearing where they stopped to catch their breath. That's when the figure emerged from the woods, a tall man with a twisted smile, holding a blood-stained knife. He didn't say a word, just advanced slowly, enjoying the terror in their eyes. They tried to run, but he was faster. He lunged at them, and chaos erupted. Mark tried to fight him off, but the killer slashed his arm, sending him to the ground. Jenny screamed as she stumbled, her ankle twisting painfully. Alex grabbed a heavy branch and swung it at the man, but it barely slowed him down. The killer seemed unstoppable. In the midst of the struggle, Lisa spotted an old cabin hidden among the trees. "Over there," she shouted, and they made a desperate dash for it. Inside, they barricaded the door, breathing heavily in the darkness. The killer pounded on the door, laughing as he did. But the old wood held, and after what felt like hours, the noise stopped. The silence that followed was even more terrifying. They stayed hidden in the cabin until sunrise, too scared to move. When they finally dared to peek outside, the killer was gone. They didn't waste another second, fleeing the woods as fast as they could. The friends made it back to civilization, shaken and scarred by their ordeal. They never spoke of the trip again, haunted by the memories of that summer night and the man who hunted them in the dark. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.